Hola, hola pinchy losers. Hola, bienvenidos a mi canal if you're new to my channel. Hola, ¿cómo tú estás? You've been here already. Hola, ¿cómo tú estás? So, today's video I'm really excited about is going to be an Amazon haul, mommy edition, mommy/baby edition. So I'm going to be showing you guys all of the amazing things that you can find on Amazon for yourself and for your baby. I'm going to be splitting this kind of into 3 parts. So I'm going to be talking about postpartum stuff that you'll need, any breastfeeding, nursing needs, and also just basic things that you'll need for the baby. I'm a first-time single mom, so I know how it is. It's very scary. It's a lot. There's so many things that you need. Like, one of the first things you think about when you have a baby is, what the hell do I get? What do I need? You build your registry and all these different things. So these are things that I've bought myself or other people have gifted me. And most of them are from Amazon, and I did have my registry through Amazon as well. So yeah. So anyways, I'm not going to talk too long. Let's just get right into the video. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be splitting this into 3 different parts, and I'm going to be kind of looking at my phone because I did write a bunch of things down. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So I'm going to be starting with postpartum care, and everything will be linked down below for you guys if you want to check it out and purchase it for yourself. So first we have a breastfeeding, I call it a breastfeeding pajama dress. So basically it's this nice, loose, very, very comfortable dress. 2 zippers on either side. I don't have it with me right now, but it's has 2 zippers on either side. That is perfect for breastfeeding. You just take those zippers and you're able to, you know, pop your girl out, pop your boobie out to feed your baby. And I think it's very, very convenient, especially for breastfeeding moms, whether that's exclusively breastfeeding, however you're doing it. So it fit me while I was pregnant, and it also fits me now. I did take it in my hospital bag with me. I didn't end up wearing it because I was just in the hospital clothes, and I wanted those clothes to get dirty before mine did. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, very, very nice, very, very comfortable dress. I love it, and it's very convenient, like I said, for those of you who are breastfeeding. The next thing are the Frida Mom ice packs. So those are really essential for your postpartum care. They will give you ice packs in the hospital after you've given birth. I don't know really how it works for a C-section. However, I gave birth vaginally, so I know that when you give birth vaginally, you know, there's a lot of bleeding, there's swelling, there's things like that. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but you're going to have a lot going on down there, okay? Your chocha goes through it. It goes through it, okay? So yeah, ice packs are definitely there to help with swelling and things like that, especially if you end up getting stitches or anything like that. So the ice packs are definitely amazing to have. It just keeps everything cool down there, and like I said, helps with swelling. The next thing are Preparation H wipes. That's the one that they used for me in the hospital because that's what they had. But there's also a brand called Tux, which you can also find on Amazon, that has wipes or different things that you can use for down there. That's basically, they're like witch hazel wipes and stuff like that. It's basically just to keep everything nice and cool down there for you, again, especially if you've given birth vaginally, and just really help speed up the postpartum healing process. So the next thing here is this Frida Mom, I don't even know how to pronounce the word. Is it perennial, whatever. This little bottle right here, it is amazing. This is what you use. Again, I don't know how it really works for C-section, but when you delivered baby naturally, vaginally, whatever, this is what you'll use it basically is a spray bottle, as you guys probably could have seen water just sprayed everywhere. It is a spray bottle that you'll use. Again, it's very essential for postpartum care. That is how you will clean yourself, especially if you've gotten stitches or anything like that, which I did. So this is how you'll basically clean yourself until you're able to get the okay to actually wipe yourself. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now, especially with my birth story, which I may or may not share later. This is very important because I couldn't wipe because I got stitches. So I had to use this for a little bit to clean. So Just, it don't mean I'm dirty. It don't mean anybody who does this is dirty. It just is what it is, especially if you get stitches. You have to just use water and pat dry. Because you don't want to bust your stitches or nothing like that. So they do give you, not this in the hospital, this obviously is what I bought from Amazon. As y'all can see, it has a nice little hook situation here and the water comes out of here. In the hospital, they just gave me like I think I still have it, but I don't know where it is right now. Like just a tube bottle, but it doesn't have this sort of feature right here. And this is a very important feature because it's just when you're spraying down there, it really just helps get up there. You know what I mean? You just kind of, it's really weird to talk about, but you just kind of spray that down there. Again, they do give you one in the hospital. I actually have two, but again, the hospital one does not have this feature. Thing are the Frida Mom Witch Hazel wipes. Those are basically like the Preparation H wipes. It's just a different brand, really. So I have both of them. They are already used. Well, I think I used all of my Preparation H ones, and I think I still have the Frida Mom ones, but yeah, it's basically the exact same thing as that. It just, you put that in your underwear and it just helps with the postpartum healing, like I said, and keep everything nice and cool down there. So the next thing that is really important for postpartum care is dermaplast. I found out about this pretty much, I think, through another YouTuber's video. I can't remember who they are. And also, even on Pinterest, you can look on Pinterest, and I was able to find like postpartum care essentials. And this was actually something that was on a lot of people's like Pinterest boards or whatever. So dermaplast, it's basically for what it says, pain, burning, and itching. Again, it's pretty essential for your postpartum care, especially if you've given birth vaginally. It just helps because, like I said, I'm not gonna get too explicit, but you just birthed a human. It is going to be painful. You're going to bleed a lot. It's gonna burn. It's gonna itch. Your vajayjay just went through a lot. So this is something that you could put a part of your postpartum care. And I would say it definitely did help me with pain and burning and just the uncomfortability of having a baby. And just want to explain to you guys what I did for my postpartum care for down there really quick. What I did was, you have your underwear or your diaper, whatever you have, and I put the ice packs in first. The ice pack is also kind of sort of a pad, so it's a 2-in-1. It's an ice pack and a pad. So yeah, so I would have like my underwear or diaper, then the ice pack, then the Tux or Preparation H or the Witch Hazel wipes, whatever you got. Put that on. I put about 2, and then you don't need to use a lot, but you spray the dermaplast on. I would spray the dermaplast basically on top of all of those layers. So the ice pack, you have the ice pack layer, like I said, then the wipes, then I would spray the dermaplast on top of that. Through the whole, pretty much the whole underwear, so from front to back. The dermaplast was really important. I noticed when I would skip using it, things would start to get uncomfortable. So I would recommend definitely using that. The next thing I got from Amazon are postpartum underwear. I'm sure you could find that anywhere, but I had to order it. One, because I was looking for some in my size, and I just didn't feel like they had any in my size in person. Also hard, if you ever noticed, it's really hard to find all black underwear. And if you do, it's always in a pack with other lighter colors. You know what I mean? They just think it's best to have darker underwear, especially during that time. Like I said, you're gonna be bleeding a lot. You got a lot going on. So you don't want to be wearing no pretty fancy, you can do what you want, but you do not want to be wearing no pretty fancy lace, cutesy, pink underwear. You're not gonna be wearing your Savage X Fenty or your Victoria's Secret. I'm sorry, it's gonna take a little bit for that. So get you some black underwear, baby. Okay, so yeah, I did have to order it online. And the last thing for postpartum care is a maternity robe. This is not per se necessary. If you have just a regular robe that works for you and fits you throughout your pregnancy and postpartum, that's fine. I just bought this one because I have a robe, but it's thicker. And I wanted a robe that I could take to the hospital that was a little bit lighter, because I figured, you know, I just gave birth. I'm not going to want a bunch of things on me. I'm not really going to want to feel hot. I'm not going to want all of that. So I just got a nice, cool little thin robe to wear to the hospital. It fit me while I was pregnant and it still fits me now. So it's just a nice light robe to have. Again, it's not really necessary. You can take whatever you have, whatever robe you got, but yeah, I just wanted one specifically for this time. We're going to be talking about some baby things. So the first thing are these Gerber onesies. I really love that Amazon had these onesies and they had them in, I believe it's an 8-pack, which is really, really nice. And obviously you can buy different sizes, newborn, preemie, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, all of that. I bought like 4 sizes when I ordered them. I bought newborn, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, and 6 to 9. So yeah, I really like that they have them as an 8-pack. And anybody who is a parent already, you know how fast babies go through clothing and onesies. So having these plain t-shirt onesies are super, 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 super important. And you can never have too many. I ended up having to order more last week and I think I'm gonna have to order more again. My son goes through them like crazy, okay? Sometimes he's getting changed 4 times a day, which is completely normal for a baby. But yeah, he be getting caca up his back and all type of stuff. It's a journey. It's a ride, y'all. It's a ride. If you're pregnant watching this, I'm just letting you know it's beautiful, but it's a journey, baby. It's a ride. It's a hell of a ride. And that baby is going to go through diapers and clothes and pajamas real quick fast. So just prepare yourself for that. So I really like that they had an 8-pack and that you could select different sizes. So that was really nice. And it is super important for your baby to have, which is why that was the first thing that I mentioned, because they will go through them. Next thing we have is just this baby Einstein playmat that has a little mini piano. You do need batteries for it, I believe, to at least operate the piano part. This is just something obviously really nice to have for your baby. It has little things dangling from it, you know, little toys and whatnot. It's very important for tummy time. I don't really know when tummy time is supposed to start, if I'm being honest, so maybe ask your doctor about that. But once my baby was about a month old, I think you can sometimes start earlier, but don't quote me on that. Once my baby was about a month old is when we started to do the tummy time. And when he had his checkup just recently, the doctor asked, are you starting to implement tummy time? That is very, very important for them so that they learn how to pick up their head and things like that. And, you know, the skills that they're going to need to function. So, yeah, that is basically just a play mat for him. Sometimes I do put him on his back just so he can look at the little toys that are dangling. But for the most part, we do use that for tummy time. So that's supposed to be for tummy time and to help with crawling and things like that. So that's just basically what it's for. The next thing we have here is a Fisher-Price little bathtub. I don't know what age it will go to, but it looks like it pretty much will grow just a little bit with him. By the time he's like probably even like 2 years old, he's not going to be bathing in that. He's pretty much going to use that up, I would say up until about a year. But it does grow, if that makes sense, kind of sort of grow with the baby. So he is using that now as a newborn. He's going to use that probably even when he's 6 months old, as long as it fits for him and in their space. So yeah, really important to have a little bathtub for your baby. Next thing is his dresser. I first wanted his crib and his dresser match. But I really wanted it to be like white or off-white. But then again, I have a child. So why would I want white? You know what I'm saying? So his crib and his dresser are in like this gray kind of color. And it does come with 6 drawers. It is a pretty, I would say a pretty decent, pretty spacious dresser. Honestly, he's probably going to have this dresser for a while. Like, I'm pretty sure once he gets to a point, even when he's school aged, he's probably going to have this dresser for a while. So that's a really great thing about this, is it's pretty big, pretty spacious, and obviously you can use it for years and years and years and years and years. So yeah, I really, really like the dresser. And the next thing is his crib. Like I said, they do match in color. I absolutely love this crib. This was on my registry and my grandparents bought it for me. I don't remember how much it costs. I think it was like getting into the $400 range. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, and I don't know what it is right now, but I absolutely love this dresser. I mean this crib, and let me tell you why. It is a crib that he can use for, I don't exactly know how long, but for a decent amount of time, probably until he's about 2 years old, I would say. So it's a really, really nice crib. It has drawers, which you guys will see. I will be playing a little montage or whatever on the screen. It has 2 little drawers at the bottom. That's where I put like his sheets. It comes with a changing table. A changing table, most people would say is not necessarily necessary, but I find it very convenient to have a changing table in general, and especially super convenient the fact that the changing table comes with the crib, because I could pull the baby out of the crib. Well, not pull, but you know, I could take the baby out of the crib and put him right there. We don't have to go nowhere, walk around the house just to get to his changing table or anything like that. It's right there. Everything is right there. So I love that. It does come with 3 drawers. How I have it organized is like his onesies at the top drawer. The middle drawer has like his bath stuff, so just the like washcloths and towels, and then the bottom drawer has some swaddles and burp cloths and things like that. And then on the side of the drawers is where we put the diapers and wipes. And yeah, that's pretty much where we store it, and we just kind of lay out the diapers so that way when I put them on the change table, all I got to do is reach to the side and everything is right there. I absolutely love this crib. I do think it is worth the price. That it has the changing table. It's a crib that'll probably last him for some time, and it has nice storage space. So I really highly do recommend this crib. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, because it comes with so much, and I'm a type of person, I would rather pay a lot of money first, well, even though I didn't pay for it, but I'd rather pay a lot of money for something that's multi-purpose, multi-use, multifunctional than something that is, I'm only doing one thing. If it was $400 just for the crib itself and there's no storage, no nothing, it wouldn't be worth it. And there's a lot of other options on Amazon too of cribs that are similar to this that have different, you know, storage space, or that comes with a changing table. So if that is something that is within your budget, or if you're a person gifting this to somebody and that is something within your budget, I highly recommend getting a crib that has some sort of storage or multiple things with it that's multi-use for the parents, because it just is, it's the best thing. Honestly, it's the best thing. The next thing are his changing pad sheets, just regular sheets from Amazon. I ordered some more for him as well. It's just, you obviously do have to change the changing pad sheets. The baby is going to poop and pee, especially if you have a son and he pew shoots out with his pee, okay, like my son does. He shoots like a freaking rocket or something, dude. He's ridiculous. But anyways, obviously you're going to have to, just as you change the sheets in the crib, you're going to have to change the changing table sheets. So really quick, really easy. Get them from Amazon. I've even gotten some from Bye Bye Baby, so, but most of the ones I have are from Amazon. So yeah, really nice, really cheap sheets. And I always buy them as sets. I try not to buy anything singular, like just one sheet. I always buy them as sets. So, and you guys will see that with the links down below. It's either a 2-pack or a 3-pack or whatever. I always try to buy things as sets. The next thing is the crib mattress itself. I believe it's Graco brand. Again, obviously clearly got that from Amazon. One thing I want to point out, when you're buying cribs and the crib mattress and even changing covers and changing cover sheets and things like that, when you're buying them from Amazon, really pay attention to the dimensions of the crib or the changing covers or anything like that. Pay attention to the dimensions, because obviously you need covers and sheets that are going to fit the crib. You know, you don't really want to waste your time. Obviously you can return things, but you don't really want to waste your time buying something and then it ends up not fitting. So next we have his little bassinet. I got him this blue one. It does come in different colors, but I got him a cute little blue one. And it's very, I would say it's pretty important to have a bassinet, even though they outgrow it pretty quickly. You can use a bassinet for up to 3 months or until the child reaches about, I think it's 25 or 35 pounds. I can't remember. Or once the child is able to move a certain way, like roll over and things like that. So you don't really have it for that long, and time does fly, but it is very essential, and they have so many great bassinets out there. I feel like it is essential because my baby was sleeping in his crib for a while, and he still does from time to time, but it's just easier to have the bassinet in my room, and that way I can, instead of going to his room all the way and picking him up out of the crib, he's right there. He's right, like I have it, you know, next to my bed. He's right there next to my bed. I can just get up, get out, and go get my kid. Another thing that is really nice is this wipe warmer. I think from this same brand, they have a wipe warmer that you wave your hand over it and it opens by itself. I don't have that one because it was expensive, and I'm like, I don't really need all of that, but I'm just letting y'all know that is an option. But it is, I would say, essential to have a wipe warmer, because obviously you gotta clean your baby, and wipes are cold and babies don't like that. Okay, your baby still thinks that they're in the womb after they come out. They like to be cuddled and snuggled and cozy and warm, okay, because that's what they've experienced for the last however many months you carried them. For my child, that would be 9 months. So a wipe warmer is definitely very, very important. It just helps with the comfortability for your child when you have to wipe them. So cloths and face cloths, you really can get this from anywhere, but again, I did order some from Amazon. I love the hooded towels that you can find on Amazon for the baby. So yeah, just regular, there's not much to say about it. Regular washcloths and towels. And I like the one that I have linked down below. I think it's a 7-pack. And I really, really like that. Like I said, I try to buy things as sets and things that have multiple. So you don't really have to, you know, constantly go out and buy different things. And they have an assortment of colors and things like that. But they are 7-packs. So you should probably get about 2 to 3 packs of washcloths and towels and things like that. Because you obviously have to bathe your babies. So yeah. Baby's swing. My friends actually bought the swing for me. It was on my registry. And it's just a regular old swing. It does play music, and it does have sounds and, you know, different things like that. And yeah, it's just a really nice swing. If I'm being very honest, he's not in there that much per se, but we do obviously use it. And it is a nice thing for them to have when, you know, when the baby's awake. And, you know, it's just a nice little rocking sensation with a nice little music or whatever. It's just really nice to keep the baby calm. And when he's awake, have somewhere for the baby to obviously sit or lay per se while you're doing, you know, whatever you got to do around the house or whatever. So yeah, really nice, really cute little swing. Really nice, really cute little swing. Next, we have a baby carrier. This, I have not used it yet because at the time my baby was still too small. As of right now, my baby is like 10 pounds. So I think I can use it now. I would recommend waiting for your baby to maybe get to a certain either developmental stage in terms of like, cause y'all know when y'all hold a baby and stuff like that, they be like, bobbling their head. I call my son Bobbles because he bobbles his head like crazy. He can't help it. He got a big head like his mama and he's new to the world. He's trying to navigate it, okay? So, you know, I didn't want to use it yet because he's still a newborn. He's still so young. But now that he has gone up in weight a little bit, I am going to ask his doctor like, hey, is it okay to start using it at this point? And when you do, just yet, but I'm definitely going to be able to use it during the springtime and the summer as it gets warmer out, and obviously as he gets a little bit bigger and, you know, is a little bit more established on how to hold his head up. The next thing is, this was gifted to me, a contour changing pad. So as I said earlier, he does already have a changing station and a changing pad that came with the crib, but it is nice that I do have this because I could take this with me like to my mom's house, or if I don't feel like walking all the way back to his room to change him, I pretty much leave that pad in the living room, so I can just whip out the pad and change him right there. And it does come with the cover, but I did buy more covers for it, which is obviously important. You need to be changing the cover. It gets dirty and the baby gets stuff on it. You gotta wash it and change it. So yeah, so if you already have a changing table, you might not necessarily need this per se, but unless the changing table doesn't come with any sort of pad, then you're going to need that. But it is a nice second thing for me to have. Like I said, I just use it pretty much if I'm going to be going out or like to my mom's house. I'm not going to whip it out outside. But if I'm going out or if I'm like in a different room and I just don't feel like going all the way to his room to change him. So was also gifted to me is this Aveeno bath set. This was on my registry, which is why I got it from Amazon, but this is something that Walmart I believe has, Target has it, I'm sure other baby stores will have it, so you don't have to go through Amazon, but that's just where I got it from. And baby's skin is very sensitive, so you have to use certain detergents and things with no fragrance, and Aveeno is a really good skin brand. I use Aveeno for myself because I do have eczema. Yes, I got eczema or whatever. So I do use that for myself, and it's usually not fragranted. and it's really nice, and it really does actually work, at least for me, and helps my skin. So you definitely want to make sure you're getting things for your baby that doesn't have a smell, that doesn't have fragrances, because their skin is extremely sensitive, a lot more sensitive than yours. And you don't want to just use regular Aveeno. Like I said, I'm an adult, so I use regular Aveeno. You have to use Aveeno Baby. So yeah, the set comes with, I believe, a lotion, shampoo, a wash. It serves as a wash and a shampoo, I believe, at the same time. It comes with 4 different things. I can't remember everything, but I know it comes with like lotions and like a wash and shampoo. So that's a really nice little cheap little set that you can have. Actually, I'm going to need to grab some more for my baby because we're running out. So yeah, and it's really nice because it's not fragrance. It has no fragrance, and it's good for his sensitive skin. The next thing I have is a sound machine for him. Now, I don't know if I'm dumb, but I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. The one that I have, I can't get the sound on for some reason, but the light works. So it is a sound machine and a night light. And I do, like I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know if I got a faulty one, but the sound part is not working for me, unless I'm just stupid and I don't know how to do it. But the sound part not working. But the light is working, so I definitely do use that as a little night light for if I have to change him, or, you know, just to have in his room. So the good thing it is multi-purpose, because I can at least still use it for something. Next are some swaddles. I have 2 different ones. I have ones from Aiden and Anais, I think that's how you say it. That's the brand. And then I have some, you know, receiving blankets from, I think it's called, what is it called? Simple Joys by Carter's or something like that. And the thing about swaddles though is that they're multifunctional, especially these large ones. They pretty much, you can use them as covers for the car seat. If you are a nursing mom like me, you can use it as like a cover to nurse. You can use it, wrap it around you and carry your baby in it as like a sort of carrier. You obviously can use it for swaddling, and a lot of times you can just use it for a burp cloth. So it's definitely multi-purpose, multifunctional, and you get all of those uses out of it. So of course it is something that I feel like is very important to have. And especially for a newborn, you definitely want to have swaddles. Like I was saying earlier, they still think that they're in your womb. So you want to keep them nice and cozy and warm and snuggled, because that kind of stimulates that feeling as if they're nice and tight and comfy, like they're still in the womb. So yeah, of course, swaddles and receiving blankets are extremely, extremely important. So yeah. The last 2 things for baby are the Graco car seats and strollers. So there's 2. So I have in my car, I have the 35 Light LX or whatever the hell car seat. So that one is in my car, and then in his dad's car, we got I don't remember the full name, but it is going to be down below. I might put on the screen or whatever, but he does have 2 car seats. The car seat that his dad has in his car actually came with the stroller, which I love. I really, when I found out I was pregnant, one of the things I knew I wanted was, again, like I said, I like multi-purpose, multifunctional, if I can get it all in one type of deal, you know what I'm saying? So when I was looking at strollers, I was specifically looking at strollers that came with car seats. I think it's better, and it's just going to actually save you money, because you don't have to spend maybe $200 to $300 on a stroller and then another $100 to $300 on a car seat. That's a lot, when you can maybe spend about $200 to $300 getting both of them as a one-shot deal. So as long as your budget can afford it, I definitely recommend looking for strollers and buying strollers that have a car seat already with it. Like, they come together. I'm telling you, I just think it saves a lot more money. The one that is linked down below is not the exact one that I have, but it is pretty similar. The one that I have, actually, I had one on my registry, but the person that bought the car seat and stroller, they didn't buy it off the registry. They found it somewhere cheaper in store, so they did buy it in store. So the one that's down below is not the exact one that I have, and I will show you guys how it works, but it's not the exact one that I have, but it is pretty similar. So I apologize for that, but it is very similar. I have the 35, I think it's called the 35 Light LX. There's more to the name, but I don't remember. But the one that came with the stroller is a 30 LX. The only difference between the two, the 30 is obviously slightly smaller. and the 35 is bigger. I do like both. I like both car seats. In some ways, I do prefer the 31 because it is smaller and it's not as bulky and heavy to carry, but they're both fine. They're all from Graco. So yeah, it's great. And I love, love, love this stroller because it has just this little, what'd you call it? Like a little, not lever, but you just pull this little piece and it folds it, like folds it by itself. And then when you want to use it and open up the stroller, you pull the same thing and then it just opens up. Next area that we're going to be talking about are breastfeeding and nursing essentials. So I have 2 pumps. I was gifted one at my baby shower, which is the Zomee, I have it here, Zomee Z2. That one is still available on Amazon. It is an electrical pump. All you have to do is put it together, plug the pump to the little base part, and well, the machine is what I mean. Plug the pump into the machine and just pump away. It's amazing. But you do have to hold it, so it's not particularly hands-free. You do have to like hold it a little bit, but it is a great pump. It does come with bottles. It does come with 2 is it called flanges, whatever you call it. It comes with 2 different sizes to fit your nipple and areola. So it came with a 24 millimeter and a 28 millimeter. And when you do get the pump, it does give you instructions obviously on how to set it up, how to use it, and also sizing. And I didn't even realize that, like, sizing, when you're breastfeeding, sizing is very important, especially if you're pumping. You need to make sure you have the right size pump so that, one, you're not hurting yourself, and obviously you can get the most out of your pump and the most out of your body to give to your baby. So yeah, very, very important. And Amazon does have a bunch of different, like, you can buy different breastfeeding pump parts and things like that. So if you needed to, let's say those sizes were too big or too small, you can probably just find different sizes on Amazon. So yeah, but that's the one that I was gifted, and there was nothing wrong with it, but what I didn't like was that it wasn't hands-free. So I got the Mom Cozy one, which I'm about to show you guys in just a second, but I got the Mom Cozy one, and I just wanted to let you guys know, unfortunately, that is not linked down below because for some reason it's not available on Amazon. There is another Mom Cozy one that is available, but that's not the exact one that I have. But when you do, if you do click the link below, and if you do look it up yourself, there are other brands that literally have the exact same look and the exact same setup as this Mom Cozy one. They could even be slightly cheaper than that, but they look exactly the same. It's just a different brand. So you don't have to go with this brand. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So as I was saying, I do have the Mom Cozy one. So here it is. This is what it looks like. And you just, there's a bunch of little, as y'all can see, I do have to put it together because there's a bunch of little different compartments here. And then this is the actual electrical part right here. So all you do is put it together, and then I press this button, and it has different levels. So you can press up or down based on what feels comfortable to you. And you just, it starts to do its job. You put your nipple here, it starts to do its job, and you're good to go. I love this, like I said, because it is hands-free, so I am able to do this and like wash dishes, or do this and then feed him on the other side, feed my baby on the other side, which is really why I like that it is hands-free. Like I said, there was nothing wrong with the other pump that I have, but I like this one better because you can do other things that you need to do. You could clean and pump at the same time if you need to. So that's why I really, really like this. And it is pretty easy to set up. And obviously when you're done, you just want to make sure you detach this part. This is the actual electrical part, like I said, and then clean all of the parts. These do come out and come together. And the milk obviously does collect all in here. So yeah, and then there's like a little hole here. So once you take this off, there's like a little hole. I don't know if you guys can really see it right here. And I just pour that into the bottle. So yeah, it's really nice. Like I said, I really like a hands-free one. And yeah, you do have to charge this electrical part. That is what this is for. You can buy one. When I bought this from Amazon, they gave you options to buy just one pump or two. You got two boobs. Why am I only gonna buy one? You have two. You know what I'm saying? You got twins, not a singleton. You got twins. Okay, so why I'm gonna just buy one? So obviously I bought two. Ever hear like in the background of my videos? I'm gonna let y'all listen to it real quick. If y'all ever hear that, that means I'm pumping. Don't ask no questions. That's the only downside to this. It is pretty loud. The other pump isn't as loud as this one, but it is what it is. The next thing are breast milk storage bags, which I think are very important. I have started, because eventually I am going to be going back to work, I have already started pumping and putting my breast milk into bags. So that way when my mom does, you know, take the baby, or whoever takes the baby, when his dad takes him, they'll have some breast milk for him. So it's just a place to put, obviously, your breast milk, and then you put it into the freezer. And what I like about it too is the bags do say you can date it. I think you really should do that so that you know how long you have. You should definitely, like, with a Sharpie marker or a pen, just put the date and how many ounces there is. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it, but breast milk is good in the freezer for, I think, up to a year. So in the freezer. In the fridge is different, but in the freezer I think it's good for up to a year. So yeah, you just obviously need a place to store your breast milk bags. These Dr. Brown's bottles, I have two sets. I have 4-ounce bottles that came in a set of 4, and then 8-ounce bottles, same thing, that came in a set of 4. For some reason the 4 ounces is out of stock on Amazon, at least at this current point that I'm filming, but I do have the 8-ounce ones linked down below if you guys want to check it out. And obviously this is something that you can try to find in store or on other websites if it ends up being out of stock on Amazon, but that's pretty much, like I said, where I got it, and it was on my registry. And what I really love about these is that these are specifically anti-colic bottles. I can't really explain to y'all what colic means. It's a little more than like gas. The basic baseline of it is just like, it's gas and things like that. But again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I can't really sit here and explain it to y'all. But the point of the anti-colic bottles is to prevent colic from happening. So yeah, that's specifically why I got it, because I know colic is something that babies do experience. So I was obviously hoping that getting an anti-colic bottle would help in when the baby's feeding, for him not to have colic. So yeah. I got are just these bottle brushes. You're going to need them. Don't think that you won't. You're gonna need them, okay? Because your little sponge or whatever you use to like wash dishes and all of that, you should not be using to clean the baby's bottles and all that stuff. You need like the brushes, or keep something separate that you use to clean the baby's stuff. And it's a bottle. You're not gonna be able to really put a sponge through there. You need a bottle brush to get in there. And next thing I have here is my Dr. Brown's bottle warmer and sterilizer. I really, really love this. Before you use your bottles or anything that's going to be going in the baby's mouth, you need to clean and sterilize it. That should go without saying. So this obviously is good for sterilizing your baby's, you know, bottle parts, even your pump parts, whatever parts you use to pump. This is also good for that as well. We use distilled water, and it does tell you to use specifically distilled water in order to use it. So yeah, there's that. And then obviously also it serves as a bottle warmer, which I think is pretty essential because it's just easier. Okay, you need to warm up your baby's bottle. Okay, and after you put it in the fridge, you can't give the baby just cold milk. You have to warm it up. So having a bottle warmer is extremely important. Extremely, extremely important. So yeah, I really, really like it. I don't know for sure if it fits for other types of bottles, because I have the Dr. Brown's bottle, so I know it works for Dr. Brown's bottles, but I do not know if it works for any other one, if I'm being honest. Y'all let me know. If y'all have this or if y'all buy it, y'all let me know if it does. But from what I know, it obviously is going to fit the Dr. Brown's bottles because it's the same brand. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, I do think this is very, very, very important. It's almost just like the wipe warmer. Nobody wants cold milk. Nobody wants cold, wet, you know, wipes on their butt. Okay, so having those two things are very important. It just keeps it really nice and comfortable for your baby. And you should not be giving your baby cold milk. They're not like us. They're babies. Is this nipple cream. It is, I think you can buy this at Walmart and Target as well, but again, I did order it from Amazon because I did not know that you can buy it in store. And this is just very essential for moms who are breastfeeding. Again, not going to get too explicit, but breastfeeding is a journey. It is very difficult and it is very taxing on your breast and your areolas and your nipples, and things can start to hurt and get really dry and get really itchy. So I think this is very, very nice to have to kind of help alleviate the pain or the itch or whatever you're experiencing from breastfeeding, because it can get really raw. It can feel really like raw and like intense. So yeah, I honestly have not used it in a little bit, but yeah. And you just want to make sure that when you're using it, make sure you use it after you've breastfed. Do not use it before, because you obviously don't want to put that in the baby's mouth. So keep that in mind. Next thing are these milk collectors. I don't remember the brand per se, but they will be linked down below. These are the exact specific ones that I have. This little piece here does come off. And as you can see, it almost looks exactly like the Mom Cozy pump. It does have a little hole piece here, obviously, to pour the milk in. And the lady who's basically my lactation consultant, she actually recommended these. I think they're just called like breast shells / milk collectors. She recommended these to me because if you don't know, now you know, as a breastfeeding mom, you do leak. That is one of the things that happens. You do leak. And of course they do have, what is it called? Like nursing pads that you put into your bra to obviously help you not leak through your clothes, because it can be a little embarrassing, you know, especially if somebody else points it out to you. And I was using that, and she was saying there's nothing wrong with that. However, it's basically a waste of milk, because your milk is just going into the pad and not really going anywhere. So if you use these and wear these and put these in your bra and, you know, wear them even throughout the house while you're doing stuff or even outside, it'll collect the milk in here. Obviously you put your nipple here, it'll collect the milk in here, and then later when you're done with whatever you're doing and you need to change them and wash it, you just pour it into a bottle for the baby. That way no milk is really left behind. So I thought that was pretty good advice, so I did take it upon myself to buy these. I will say they're not the most discreet / flattering thing to wear if you do plan on wearing them actually outside. Lucky for me, most of the things I wear are black, and it's still kind of cool out even though it is springtime, so obviously I'm wearing a sweater, so I don't think anybody could really tell that I have these in, but it does, I feel like, kind of make my chest area look a little lumpy and weird, because obviously there's something in my bra, which is this. So it is a little weird. It can kind of look like you're stuffing your bra or something like that. So just keep that in mind. But I do still think it is a good thing to have, like I said, even if you wear it around the house, just so that no milk left behind. You know what I mean? No milk goes to waste. So yeah, this is the one that I have. There is another brand called Hola that has the same thing as this. I think they're a little bit smaller too. So maybe you could try out that brand, Hola. I'll have that link down below as well. That one was just a little more expensive. This one was only like 10 bucks for two. I do have two. This is just one. And the Hola was like, I think it was like $34. I think it's like $17 just for one. So it was $34 for two of them. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's a lot. So you can check out that one and see if that one works better for you, since it's a little bit more smaller, I believe. Or you can get something a little bit more affordable and get 2 for $10, basically. So yeah. The very last thing is my breastfeeding pillow. I absolutely love my nursing pillow. Breastfeeding pillow is what I call it, but a nursing pillow. I think it is pretty important to have one. It just helps, obviously, when you're breastfeeding, when you're carrying your baby and you have to breastfeed. I love the one that I have because it has a little snap in the back. Like, I don't know what that type of snap is called. I have it here. I have my nursing pillow. It's pretty big. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And as you guys can see, if you can see, oh geez, as you guys can see here, it has this type of buckle, and this you actually put around your back. So how you put this on basically is you put it like this way, if that makes any sort of sense. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, but it's almost like a big ass neck pillow, okay? But instead of putting it on like a regular neck pillow where you put it this way, you're putting it the opposite way, if that makes any sense. And like I said, this piece wraps around your back, and you can make it tighter or looser. And I didn't notice that this had this while I was ordering it. I didn't notice it until it actually came in the mail. And I really do like that, because the pillow, you know, can move, the baby moves and all that type of stuff. They do have other nursing pillows, but I don't think they come with that. And I really do like that feature, because it just helps keep everything secure, so that if I move, it doesn't mess with the breastfeeding pillow and I don't have to keep sitting there and adjusting it. My baby's a fidgeter, so if my baby moves, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mess up anything. It just keeps everything secure. And I also do like that it has this piece right here, which I think is really nice for the baby, so that the baby isn't, like I said, my son is a fidgeter. Sometimes when he eats, he's just very like, moves around a lot. He moves around a lot. So I really like that piece, because if he does move, I don't really have to worry about him like rolling over and possibly hurting himself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really, really like that feature. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, eso es todo para el video de hoy. That is it for today's video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know any more things that you guys as parents, especially those of you who are experienced parents and experienced moms, have used that you think are beneficial for new moms, new parents out there. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, everything will be linked down below, and I will have things on the screen and you know, so that you guys can see as much, I can show you guys as much as I can. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Besitos a todos, and see you en el próximo video. Adiós, mi gente.